Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys is I have a pretty good review for you all. Probably one of the heavier shoes I've unboxed. As you guys can see, it's a massive box for this sneaker, but some of you may already know what this particular pair is. We do have the box label right there. I'll show this to you guys, so again, you might be able to get a good look and good understanding of what this pair is. I'm trying to, get the box as close to the camera as possible, but since it's so big, it's hard for me to move it close, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I can say about this. It is a great pair, and we're gonna get into reviewing it. As you guys maybe even saw in the thumbnail, there's a suitcase with these Jordans, so very, very fancy. Last time we saw them, I believe, was 2002, so it's been a minute, but this is the 2024 version, so we're gonna get into it. We're gonna review these Jordans and discuss what I think about them, and actually discuss the fact that these might be a decent hold, and I'll show you all why. So again, if you guys want more content like this, dive into, again, sneaker unboxings, early pair reviews, seller holds, anything revolving around that, feel free to subscribe and like down below. And do not forget, let's try to 200 likes on this video. It's a normal goal. And also, recently in my channel, you guys can see on the screen, I've launched my channel memberships. If you guys want to get a little badge next to your name, get exclusive perks for live streams that I do, because I've been doing those every day recently. Didn't do one today, but I'll be doing one tomorrow. So if you want perks in those live streams, want to be able to watch them back later, because I'm going to be making those members only soon. Get free shipping on deals we do if you check me out on Instagram, any business there. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Again, those are all right there. I'll pin that in the description, along with, again, my Instagram if you want to do business with me, anything like that. Also want to give a shout out to everyone on the screen right here. We have doubled in size since yesterday with the sneaker gang, so I appreciate you guys. Again, you want any of those perks, anything like that, see you there. And hopefully that was all clear and said well. And also, my project is down there. If you guys like undermarket sneakers, stay tuned for a project I got on the way there. It's just going to be basically a sourcing group thing revolving around that. Not like a cook group type thing, but it'll be good. You won't want to miss it. And yeah, that's everything I need to say. I hope y'all will enjoy. See y'all on my IG, or again, let's get into these. I don't want to get off topic, you know what I mean? Don't want to just shout out a bunch of... Let's discuss the Jordans, So as you guys can see, again, really big box of these. It's probably about 5-6 pounds, you know what I mean? But aside from that, why don't we get into opening these up right here, which you got to go to the bottom part right here. You got to open this like that. And as you guys can see, all the typical Nike logo stuff is actually on this outside box, which is pretty nice, because a lot of the time they'll put that on they didn't put it on the suitcase or anything, which I'll show you all that in a second. But you just open these up like this. Again, really big box. I was not kidding about that. There's also a cover for it, which is pretty nice as well. You can just slide that open like that. Pretty good. And then, as you guys can see, even bubble wrapped, right, for these Lightning 17s. Now, I did pay resale for these, so I don't know if the bubble wrap was something they initially kept with it, or if it was something that, the platform added. But if this was something that they kept with it, I think that was a good idea, because obviously this would need some bubble wrap if being in the case like this. But let me just take it out the bubble wrap like that. Sorry. It's kind of stuck on there, as you can see. But yeah, we got that off right there, and here is the suitcase for these. You guys can see, just has the Jumpman logo in the center right there. See that on, well, pretty much all the Jordan sneakers, so just right there in the center of the suitcase. I think we've seen a pretty similar suitcase to this on some of the Co-JP suitcase Jordans. I could be wrong on that, but I think we've seen something very similar, if not exactly like this before. So aside from that, and obviously the OG Lightnings, but there is the case and the handle, so you're able to just kind of, I'll do some B-roll shots later in this video, so you guys will get a better look and see what this sneaker looks like, when you're just kind of walking around with it, maybe with the suitcase, or because obviously that would be more or less if maybe you're traveling with this pair. That's why I feel like the suitcase would be necessary, you know what I mean? Or if you just kind of want to see what it's like if you're just using the suitcase for anything else. I totally get that. Which again, really nice. It's kind of small, handheld, not too big, you know what I mean? So it fits nice, but it depends on what size pair you got, you know what I mean? This is size 9, so it's kind of just normal fits to me, But for some of y'all that might have a 12, 13, 14, it's gonna be a lot bigger, especially the box. For some of y'all with the 14, the box is gonna be like 10 pounds. But aside from that, why don't we actually open up the Jordans? So once you open up the suitcase, again, it's pretty clean. You can see I don't want to mess up the box right there, so let me move this over we'll put this right over here. I'm just going to move it right on the ground right here. So when you go to open up these Jordans, again, it's a really nice, well done suitcase. Not amazing quality, but it's pretty good. So you can see it got nice padding on the inside here. I think that's pretty cool, you know what I mean? Nice little touch with it. And then also, again, when you go to open these up, you guys can see this is the Jordan 17 Lightning. So there you go, a little quick glimpse at those right there. I'll actually show you all these, because keep in mind we got kind of this more sock kind of feel to the top right here, so it kind of just slips on your foot. And then actually really good leather on these. I thought that's one of the main things I got to show. The leather on these is really nice, and then kind of that blue chrome, super sick. Really rocking with that. And the yellow is a nice touch as well, hence why we got lightning. And the soles on these are pretty funky as well. Another really cool thing about it. So I think these would actually be pretty cool to hoop in, see what they'd be like. Honestly, wearing around, it is my size, so, you know, I could put these on Tom. I wonder how comfortable they are. They actually do seem like they'd be pretty comfy. I'm not going to lie. I think MJ actually was a fan of 17s. I could be wrong on that, but I think I've heard him before say that he liked 17s for the fact that they were comfortable. And I think that, like, I've heard MJ before say, you know, he doesn't like 4s because they're uncomfortable, which I can understand. But yeah, you can also see on the inside right there, it says 23 on kind of the inside of, you know, this little sock layering right here. Let me show y'all this right here, 23. So there you go. You can see it's focusing on my face, but there you go. Maybe you can see it says 23 on the inside of that right there. And then it says on this right here, Jordan. There you go. That's just on both sides. So this side, and then on this side, that's also on both pairs. And then the blue chrome, which is going all the way around. And you peel this off on the back, obviously, but I'm not going to peel that off because this pair is for somebody. So I'm going to ship this out actually right after this video, after the B-roll shots I do. But overall, really well done sneaker. I'm liking the quality on these. I'm liking, like, it's not my style of sneaker, but I can see why people like it. If that point is understandable to what I'm saying, you know, like, I understand why this is a shoe people are going after. And I actually didn't think they were going to do this well. In terms of like where they're reselling, and I'll show that in a second as well. But like they're reselling at like 450, 500 plus right now. And the main reason for that is because they kept these boutique exclusive. I originally thought we might have seen, you know, sneakers get these because, you know, it's a Nike shoe, but no, they kept it limited because that happens with some Nike collabs, happens with SBs even sometimes. They just won't hit the sneakers app, and that's what happened with this pair, and that's why they're reselling for so much. It's just because basically if you want to get your pair, you either had to hit retail or you got to get somehow lucky now, which there's no raffles, so you're basically paying resale. There's not even many left on apps because there's only like 10K pairs rumored to be out there. So basically get your pair, the earlier the better, you know what I mean, if you're looking for some Lightning 17s. But overall, really clean, really well done. I'm a fan of the design. I think it's unique, and obviously we haven't seen it in like 20 years. So, you know, I think that's cool. You know, you gotta get to show the old heads some love. You know what I mean? No hate to any of my old heads, always love. But yeah, you know, you need something like this. You know, this is kind of a throwback type thing. So I like it. But aside from, you know, the suitcase J's, we'll get back into maybe reviewing those in a sec. Well, we will because we're going to do some B-roll shots on them. But let me show you guys the current resale prices on these. So I'm starting to screen recording right now, and that is now up, or should be. So as you guys can see, when you go look at all sizes for these, they're going for crazy bread, especially some of the small sizes. I mean, look at the last sale for these, $450 for a size 7. There's only 5 left. There's none of these. So that's one of the main things I want to mention about this pair. They're very, very limited. You go to most sizes, it only says, look, 9 left. You know, go to a 12, only 17 left. Go to a 9, only 11 left. So you see most sizes are limited. There just isn't stock that's really sitting there for this particular pair. So I could see these heading up in value. I actually think they already have risen a bit, so that's kind of done. But, you know, long term, they'll continue to make more progress because obviously these are still cheaper than the OG pair. And, I mean, it's a really clean one you can wear around. They'll last you a good amount of time. And they come with something cool. Like, this is a little collectible type thing, you know, you can put up in your room. You can just leave it, you know, stacked like this, you know, put it somewhere. Or you could actually use the suitcase. So, you know, it kind of is a 2-in-1 type thing, and I understand why they're going for more. So overall, really well done. Like, it's a nice quality sneaker too. I think that's another reason why these went up in price. It's just the quality is really well done. So that's a good thing about them. But prices are good right now. They'll probably stay where they're at for the next month or two, and then they'll eventually start making some progress because they're just super limited. So there's just not going to be many left on the market for cheaper prices. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna end that screen recording right there, because I don't got to discuss the prices anymore. Excuse me. Don't know why I was jumbling over my words. But aside from that, why don't we get into showing you guys some up-close shots, some B-roll shots for this pair right here, showing you guys the quality up-close and other details with this particular pair, the suitcase, everything with it. So why don't we dive into that and show you guys some of the extra details that come with the Lightning 17s. I know this review's late, but I just wanted to bring it to you guys because it's cool regardless. This is such a sick pair. So why don't we do that review right now. Do a little B-roll. Yeah, not review. Let's do our B-roll shots. The review's almost done, you know? So I was going to do a B-roll shot for, like, this box right here, but I decided probably not. I'll just explain it. So, again, it's literally a box. It, like, closes like this, right? Size tags on the front right there. Bubble wrap for the suitcase. And then this, like, covers the box kind of, like, over like this, you know what I mean, when it's in there. So, just quick little shot, but now let's show the actual stuff. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this review. So let me know your thoughts again on the Suitcase J's, the Lightning 17s. First time we'd seen these again in like 20 years, so it had been a minute. But let me know your thoughts. Is this something that you paid resale for? Were you able to hit retail on these? If you hit retail on these, you actually ended up making a pretty good flip. I think a lot of people that were buying these originally were just kind of buying it as a collector's piece. They weren't buying it as a flip type thing. And it, well, ended up being just a good bet anyways, because again, collectors are going to go for what they like. And sometimes that ends up being some of the better flips, some of the more low-key stuff, which I wouldn't have considered this low-key. This was on most people's radars. I don't know why I wasn't on mine. It's just I was a bit off that day. Probably focused on SBs or some of the other drops we had around that time, right? Because we have J Balvins, things like that, Futurists. So I was more focused on that. But again, if you guys are rocking with content like this, unboxing stuff, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Don't forget. And you guys can also check out the channel memberships, which I just launched. So if you guys want to, again, get that little badge next to your name, get some live stream perks, be able to watch those live streams back later, get access to exclusive videos I'm going to be doing for members only, and other things like that. I'll answer your questions one-on-one, get back to you on priority via Instagram DM, all that type of stuff. Like, you can just DM me and show me you're a member, and I'll get back to you whenever. Because I remember who in particular, has those members. And I shouted them out at the start of the video, some of our first ones. So that's all I need to say there. Again, here's my Instagram on the screen if you ever want to do business with me. Buying and selling there. I'll be trading again soon. And yeah, again, let me know your thoughts on the Lightning 17s. Very, very cool pair. Honestly, they got to do more unique stuff like this. I love special box type things like this. I know it's like not considered special box, but to me it is. You know what I mean? We don't see stuff like this often. So it's going to age well for that reason, you know what I mean? So that's what I can leave it at. But we got a really cool one right here. Glad I was able to review them. And let me know your thoughts on them, guys. So I'm Tristan. Thank you, guys. And hopefully I will catch you all in the next video. Make sure you check out everything in my pinned comments there. Don't miss out on some of the features. I'll catch you all in the next video tomorrow. See you then. Peace.